and now I'll be sharing my part of presentation, focusing on financial challenges I face as a student, the habits I have built, and my vision for financially beneficial. Let's dive in. Like many students, I face some financial struggles with no fixed income and monthly expenses for basic needs such as study costs and social activities can really add up. To handle this, I applied for scholarship like ASM Ryan. But honestly, the real game changer was working part-time. Over the years, I have worked at almost 5 different places: Subway, Soxwell, Girano, and a few more. Each job came at a different time and taught me in something new things like time management, customer service, and most importantly, the value of every ringgit I earn. Next, let's talk about my financial habits. On the positive sides, I try to save at least 50% of my big income into my saving account. For example, I receive average about 1,700 ringgit each year. I will save 850 and use 850 for spending. But I be honest, sometimes it's hard to resist want things like outing, cravings, or even small self-reward. There's time that actually my spending is over my budget. And even worse, I'm starting to asking money from my siblings just for me to enjoy my social life. For me, a rich life means freedom. Money freedom, being debt free, and the ability to afford my dream lifestyle. Ideally, I want a dream house and the chance to travel around the world. That's my definition of living rich, not just in money, but in experiences.
My financial vision is simple. In 5 years, I want to be financially stable with enough income for basic needs. In 10 years, I aim for a 5-figure income so I can save aggressively and reach 7-figure saving fast. In 20 years, I want to be debt-free with multiple investment, living on passive income for true financial freedom.
Hi everyone, my name is Farhan. Today I will explain to you guys about my financial journey as a student. As a student living in an urban area, my biggest financial struggle is that the allowance that I get from my parents is not enough. The cost of living here is quite high, and to handle this, I have applied for PTPT and loan and also work a part-time job like Grab and give me more flexibility and do a small business to have a pocket money, such as cheese code and chocolate moist. From this experience, I have learned 2 important things. First, self-control is really important, and the second one, as a student, we must learn how to manage our finance wisely. For me, a rich life is not about money, it's about having a balanced life. In my ideal life, I want to be able to travel around the world, especially to Europe, and explore the new things and like learning about different culture and nature in the other countries. I also have my financial vision for my future. In the 5 years, I want to build my emergency fund, which is 6 months salary. In the 10 years, I aim to buy my own house and travel overseas without debt. And the 20 years, I hope I achieve financial freedom where I can enjoy my life without worrying about money. Some of my personal milestones are to visit 193 countries without debt and gain a lot of experience along the way. My short-term goals is to clear up all my PTPT and debt and have an emergency fund, and my medium-term goal is to stop renting and build my dream house, and my long-term goals is to achieve financial freedom, retire early, and have enough saving for my future family and children education. To achieve all of this, my steps are clear. Start earning income now, gain a stable income, keep a saving and investing, and finally reach financial freedom. So that is my financial story, from my struggle, habit, to my vision for the future. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I would like to share about designing my rich life. First, let me talk about my financial struggle. I tend to spend impulsively and usually focus on what I want at the moment instead of what I really need. To handle this, I try to wait at least 3 days before buying something. This gives me time to think carefully and cool down before making a purchase. From this, I learned an important lesson. Self-control is a key to making a smart financial decision, and not everything we desire is actually worth our money. Next, about my financial habit. On the positive side, I do not set aside a portion of my money every month for investment. But negatively, sometimes I withdraw that money by accident or when I'm short on cash. To improve this, I decided to build an emergency fund first and also strengthen my willpower to avoid unnecessary withdrawals. Now designing my rich life. What does it mean to me? To me, being rich it means being content and grateful for what I already have. Because wealth alone doesn't guarantee happiness. In my ideal life, I want financial freedom and a lifestyle where I don't live in debt and I can afford anything for me and my family. Finally, let me share my financial visions. In the next 5 years, I plan to work hard and try to generate income from any possible option. In 10 years, I expect financial stability, and 20 years I want to live a debt-free and comfortable life. The milestones are to create a strong passive income and let money work for me. My goals are for short term is to invest regularly, medium term is to diversify my income, and my long term is to achieve a financial freedom.
So, hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Qistina Balqis, binti Suwandi, from class B82734D. I want to share a bit about how I'm designing my rich life. As a young adult, one of the biggest financial challenges I faced was poor money management. I love rewarding myself even for a small achievement, and I often turn to shopping online whenever I feel like I deserve a treat. At first, it's just a coffee, and then a parcel delivery there. It's quite fun, but soon I realized that I overspent. To fix that, I start tracking my expenses, making a small budget, and limiting my treat purchases. I also learned to wait a few days before buying something just to see if I really needed it. That gives me more freedom and less stress. Habits now are pretty simple. I always set aside some money for savings, sometimes 100, sometimes 200. I also try not to treat myself too often, and when I do, I stick to a reward budget, choosing the things that are low cost and are even free, but still make me happy. So here's the vision I have for myself. In the next 5 years, I want to feel financially confident with an emergency fund and no debt holding me back. In 10 years, I hope to own my own house, have at least 10,000 ringgit invested, and spend more on meaningful experiences instead of just things. And in 20 years, my dream is full financial freedom. No debt, at least 8,000 ringgit saved for retirement, and the ability to give back to my family. So at the end of the day, my version of a rich life means living with stability, generosity, and true fulfillment. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nur Aisyah binti Pil Daud, and today I'm going to share with you something very close to my heart, which is designing our rich life. Now, when I say rich life, I don't just mean money. I mean living a life where I feel secure, independent, and fulfilled. So let me take you through my journey. Like many of us, I face some financial struggles. For example, I used to spend too much money on things I rarely use, and I depended a lot on my parents for income. But over time, I learned how to handle it better. I started using the stuff I already had until it wore out, instead of buying new ones. And most importantly, I set aside at least 20 ringgit a week just for emergencies. So one big lesson I've learned is that I don't need to have everything that other people have, because what I already have is already enough. Now, when it comes to financial habits, I have both positive and negative ones. So on the positive side, I make sure to save at least 20 ringgit every week and cook at home to save money. But on the negative side, I do have the tendency to buy excessively sometimes. So how do I maintain my positive habits? First, I set the money aside in a separate bank account where I won't be tempted to use it. Second, I reward myself in a small but meaningful way at the end of each month. So this balance keeps me motivated. To me, a rich life doesn't doesn't mean being the richest person in the world. It simply means having financial comfort and stability. Where my current position doesn't matter whether it's in my job, family, friendships, or even relationships. But in my ideal life, I want to be able to afford independence. Specifically, I want to achieve financial stability so I can support not only myself but also my parents. That, for me, is a real goal. Of course, dreams don't just happen. We need a plan. So, in the next 5 years, I aim to have a fixed income and a stable job. And then in 10 years, I want enough savings to start buying assets. And in 20 years, I want to enjoy financial stability with steady income. The milestones along the way: doing some investment for future retirement, making sure my bank account balance is never below 10,000, okay? And always tracking my monthly expenses with disciplines and consistency. So that's my journey, designing a rich life that's not just about money, but about freedom, security, and purpose. Thank you.